Namaste, my dear friends. A common question that is asked is, what are the purposes of human life? In the Vedic tradition, 4 purposes are postulated for our existence. The first and foremost is what is called dharma. The Vedic tradition is saying that we are born here for a reason, to fulfill a certain dharma so that we can liberate ourselves from the cycle of karma. So finding our dharma and fulfilling the dharma is the first and most important part of purpose of our life, and we must not forget this. Now, the highest purpose of life is what is called moksha, which is liberation. Once we have fulfilled our dharma and our karmic cycle has been liberated, we are free from the cycle of suffering, the cycle of birth and rebirth, and this is called moksha or liberation. We must also seek moksha, the liberation from the cycle of suffering, from the cycle of birth and rebirth. However, these two, dharma and moksha, are not possible to be fulfilled in just a day. This is a long-term life process, and that's why we are given 2 additional purposes of life. The ancients were not impractical. To fulfill our dharma, we take time, we need resources. For example, as a yoga teacher, this is my dharma, that I have to teach, which means I have to sustain myself to teach. I need a building to teach my students, or a place. I need a place where my family can sleep, my family can take shelter. So I have to accumulate certain resources that help me fulfill my dharma. That is called artha, the pursuit of appropriate resources to fulfill the dharma. This is the other purpose of life, artha. Also, the ancients said, we must not live a life that is just boring. We must also have some simple pleasures. This is what is called kama. I have a partner. I have to have a happy time with my partner. I have children. I have to have some pleasurable moments with my children, like my daughter. I have to play with her. I have to take her to the beach, maybe a cinema. My niece and nephews, I may take them to a restaurant to give them an enjoyable meal. This is kama. Also important in our life. So the 4 purposes of our life is dharma, artha, kama and moksha. What is important is that the artha must be consistent with the dharma. We must not seek material that distracts us from our dharma. The same way, kama must be within the limits of moksha. We must not seek pleasures that distracts us from our pursuit for freedom. And animals and plants, they have artha and kama, whereas human beings, we have the 2 additional responsibilities of dharma and moksha. So please, my friends, take time to understand why you are here and fulfill your dharma and seek moksha as well. If we remove the 2, we are nothing but animals. Namaste, my dear friends.